part of our culture, our families just get bigger and huger. It grows, it doesn't shrink to say, I only have 3 siblings. It's, you know, even though that's my first cousin, they're still considered my sibling. And even with myself, I have sisters, and when I'm not around, then my children will turn to my sister and call her mom. And if I'm away at a workshop or I'm away at training or I'm unavailable, then I know I can rely on my sister to look after my children because she's like a second mom.
First, we talk to our parents about what supports that they need, and what's the important part is they have extended family that are out there. So it's trying to get the whole family to work as a family unit, the extended family, neighbors, the community. Who do they have supports that are able to support them? And I think that's a different approach of decolonizing practice. I think if we give people the tools to go back to traditional ways by informing them that you can sit together as a family and make these decisions. We have the ability to say to the family, we want to have a family meeting, and please call your family that can attend the meeting. And it's the onus on the parents to do that.
And majority of the time, our family doesn't have all the information because of confidentiality reasons, and we can't provide that. We can't breach the confidentiality. However, if we have a family meeting and get the parents' permission to say, yes, you can call grandma, yes, you can call uncle, yes, you can let my sister know, and then they can work together. So it's really empowering families to pull them together, to work together.
The family normally lives right next door, or not that far, or they're in different parts of the community and they all talk. They do their ceremonies together. There's different, their teachings. They have certain people that they go to for teachings. How do they get support from their elders and that? So we have the unique ability with Lalamatals to bring everybody in. With the meals being shared, part of the teachings is that what you're hearing from different family members is that you're bringing those words into your body as well. So it's just hearing everybody and giving everybody the respect to be able to all talk on how to support their niece, nephew, daughter, son. I think it's just a different way of practicing at a voluntary service level. When I've conducted meetings and that, I think when there's concerns about how parents are protecting their children, I will say what our concerns are, but then I say, I'm not the expert of your family, and I believe that we need to hear from the family as to how can you support your niece, nephew, daughter, grandchild, like whoever it is. But we start off by saying, can you tell me the really good things about your son and daughter? Because I think it's really important for the parents to hear that there are really good things about them as people. And then we start writing down, building on all the great things about them, and talk about how can we do that. And if even the family will be able to identify, they have concerns about what they see that's going on for the parents. So we write that down as well. So how can that be addressed? Now the big one is not doing it in one great big, because there could be 10 things that we're looking at. We have to look at it in little steps, like for everybody. We have to take in consideration residential school has had a huge impact on our families and communities and continue to have those impacts. And so let's start with just the baby steps, because usually the parents or aunties or uncles and that have had those impacts. So how do we work with everybody? Yeah. Relationships are huge. And I've noticed that with new workers, sometimes they just come out of school and they believe they know the world and they take charge. But with any relationship, if you look at it from that perspective, when you're building a relationship, or meeting anybody, you have to build on that relationship of trust. And if you do, and not just trust, respect, walking with, then rather dictating what people should be doing. Getting other people's perspective and actually listening. Not what's on your own agenda, but actually listening and trying to find out from the other person what their perspective is, because they're, like I said before, they're the expert of their own lives and they know what's worked, what hasn't worked. And why repeat stuff that they've already tried? People spoke to each other. And that's what I don't think happens today. People don't speak to each other anymore and have forgotten a lot of those natural supports that people have already. We're in a system of you need a parenting course, you need anger management, you need whatever other course that there is out there. But you have your natural supports out there already by your aunties, your uncles, your cousins that have had children previously, or if something's going wrong in your own life, that you do have your friends, you do have your family that you can sit and talk to. I think we've moved away a lot from that. And I think we rely too much sometimes on a system. And I think we really need to bring our family system back. I think it's still there. It's just that we have a system in place that says, oh, you need a parenting class. Oh, you need this. Do they really need it? I don't know. Maybe the whole family can do that. Maybe they don't need to go to that parenting class. Why can't we just let the family sit down and say, what do you think you need? Because they're the ones that might be able to teach that parent what they need to learn.
One of our elders calls it a gift box. Your heart is a gift box. And as you open that and open your mind, you're going to be able to provide things to other people. You're going to be able to share things as your cultural teachings, family teachings that have been handed down from generation to generation, the teachings of our elders, the traditional teachings and the cultural teachings that we've had and we've passed on verbally. You're going to be able to pass this not only to your own children, but also to other children in a community and also community members. So sharing that information is always a gift from one person